morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. Yesterday was a pretty busy day. I went out of town for work, came back. Kason had a game at 7. They won. It was a good day though. Today I'm going out of town again for work. What you saw this morning was me getting my breakfast and my coffee ready. I know Christian's gonna have practice today. I don't think there's any games, but as far as whether or not I have a meeting, I don't know, but we'll find out. But we'll see y'all in a bit. Today is another video. I think I'm just gonna name it like day in the life of a busy family, because that's what we are. We are a busy family. We're really never really home. If we go home, it's just to get ready, eat, get stuff going, sleep and stuff, just because we have a lot going on. If it's not sports, it's church, work, stuff like that. But it's good. Like, we like being busy. When we're not busy, we're like, what are we doing? You know, like, we need to do something. So it's just a day in the life of a busy family. But at the same time that we're a busy family, we're doing it together and we're spending time together, and we're doing it for a purpose, for a reason. But we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I got out at 4:30. Christian's practice was at 5. So came home, got dressed, and then we went to practice. And he did pretty good. So now we're back home. David is taking the boys to the park so they can practice some soccer, because they wanted to practice soccer. And I'm gonna work out because I did not wake up this morning to work out because I was tired. So I'm gonna work out right now. And then I think for dinner, we're gonna do like breakfast for dinner type of thing. But yeah, so let me get started with my workout because I dread working out, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, you guys, I'm pretty sweaty. It was a good workout though. I'm hoping that I feel the soreness tomorrow. I think I will. But it is time for me to make dinner. David said that he and the boys are about to leave. So I guess I'm gonna get started on pancakes or something. I don't know, I'm actually really not that hungry, but I think I drank too much water. But we shall see how it goes. There's a lot going on right now. So our house just went up for sale. So today made me kind of nervous and excited and sad at the same time, if that makes sense. But we're leaving it in God's hands. If it sells, he meant it for it to sell. If it didn't, he didn't. And we don't know where we're going. But if that time comes and when you start looking, he's gonna put something in our place. We know it. So what have we been up to, you guys? Of course, sports, as you know, as you see. We're still dealing with all of David's insurance stuff from his surgery. He's pretty much fully recovered, which thankfully, back at work and all that. Pretty much, yeah, we're still waiting for the insurance to see. We filed the appeal to see if they'll reinstate his insurance, because it was never supposed to be waived, and we wouldn't have known if this accident wouldn't have happened or him getting sick. So this is the kind of stuff that we've realized you need to look at. Like, yeah, it was unfortunate that he had to go through pain. It was unfortunate he had to get surgery, that he had to be out for 2 weeks, you know, that I had to take 2 days off without pay because I didn't have enough time, that he has no time now. He's actually negative, so he has to accumulate time again. Same thing with me. You know, we're pending medical bills because we're waiting for the insurance. Like, you can look at all the negatives, but you have to look at, remember what God says. Everything happens for a reason. God makes no mistakes. You go through something for a reason, and we wouldn't have known that his insurance was accidentally terminated or waived if we wouldn't have gone through that whole entire process. Yeah, it was stressful at times. Yeah, it was hard. But I think we kept our cool for as, for what is we have. Even right now, like, we're still working on our finances and everything. You just gotta look at things a different way. So if all that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have known. Who knows if it would have been months later that something would have happened, we would have found out about his insurance. Would they have accepted the appeal months later? Would they think like, oh, okay, they just wanted more money. Now that something happened, they don't want to pay it. So now they're trying to say that, you know what I mean? So, and it's only been a month since it was open enrollment, almost 2 months now. But because the way it happened, I feel like it's more reasonable to believe. So it's just stuff like that. It's like, you got to think about it that way too, and now that all this has happened too, he's taking better care of himself. David wasn't really one that was like, that told himself like, hey, drink water. He's always been one of those that's like, I just drink water when I'm really, really thirsty. If I'm thirsty, I'm going to drink, or if I'm every meal, he would drink a Coke, or drink something else like a juice, and then he would go throughout the day with really not drinking water unless his like body is like really needing it or craving it and stuff. So now that all that's happened, he pays more attention of that, which is good. So that has been implemented as well. So everything just happens for a reason, and it's tough, but you really have to see things a different way, because that's how God talks to us. That's how he communicates to us too, And if you're not opening your eyes and your ears and your hearts to take in what God's trying to tell you, you're gonna miss it, and you're just gonna focus on the negative. Same thing too, right after that, shortly that, Weddle's, teeth started hurting. We knew he had those cavities. The dentist had been monitoring them. We had implemented me brushing his teeth, not him brushing his teeth on his own for a while. And then I bought them tooth timers so that they make sure, they brush their teeth for the 2 minutes that they're supposed to. And I do think that helped with prevention, like slowing down the process. But once you get a cavity, it's going to happen, right? Brushing your teeth before you go to bed. We were doing it all. Now they're starting to hurt. It's not as bad. Every now and then he says it hurts him. But now we're going through that process. And that, costs money too, because the situation we're in right now is that he did his, 6-month teeth cleaning at the dentist that we normally go to. They don't believe that he would let them do what they need to do unless he was under anesthesia, which is normally common in kids his age. But they don't do that anymore at the dentist, I guess, that we go to. So they referred him to a different dentist, which means I took him to that one, but they want to do their own set of x-rays and stuff, which means it's not free anymore, and it's not covered as much under my insurance anymore, because they already had their 6-month checkup that the insurance covers. So we had to pay that out of pocket, and then we have to pay a great generous amount to get his fillings and all that stuff done. We have time, but if there's an opening, they're going to let us know sooner, and as long as we're paid in full by the time they do the procedure. So it's just like all this stuff, but we're hanging in there. Like, we're just not thinking of the bad. You can't do that, and there's times where when all that was happening with the dentist, I get directed to it first, but then you start thinking, you know what, when it comes to medical money, don't even think about the money. Just do what you need to do. God is going to make it happen. He's going to make it all work out for you. So it's just all about faith. And it's tough because faith is just something you have to believe in. But once you see it happen, you're like, wow, I shouldn't have worried at all. So we're really not too worried about it. We're human though, it worries us from time to time. But that's me personally, at least. When I start to feel nervous or worried, that's when I pray and I ask God, to ease my mind and to ease my heart, to take away those feelings. And for me, it works. And I think it would work for anybody if you put your faith in God like that. But yeah, so that's a little update of what we've been going through. I am going to start cooking something. I don't know what I'm going to make. Pancakes is the easiest, quickest thing for the kids. I'm not gonna eat pancakes, but I don't know what I'm gonna have. Like I said, I'm really not that hungry. I'm kind of nauseous. But we'll figure it out. Good morning, you guys. It is, well, the next day. What's going on with my voice? It's the next day. I have a little bit of a problem. Last night, our realtor came and she hammered her sign into our yard. And she left a little box and said that we needed to put a copy of the house key in that little box. Of course, so that, you know, other realtors come and stuff and they can open the door, and she just needs to give our code, our door code out to people. And when she came, we were already putting the kids to sleep and we were tired ourselves, which, I mean, she's our friend too, so, I mean, it was totally fine. So I didn't think much, you know, about it. Like, oh yeah, okay, I'll put my key in there. We have had our security system for probably, let's see, how old is what? What was 5? Maybe like 3 years now. And maybe even 4. And I haven't used the key for the front door since. I just use the keypad or unlock it from my phone. And we don't even really use the front door, we use the garage door anyways. But I had the key. I even had my mother-in-law's key from when I lived with her still on this keychain of mine with, like, I call them my janitor keys. But when I switched from using bigger purses to smaller purses, I don't know where I put them. Because on the keys that I have now is just my car key, which is the little hub thing or whatever they're called, and my work key to get into my work. I don't know where I put my other keys. So I have a little problem. I don't know what I'm gonna put in there. I'm at a loss for words. I need to find them. They may be in my car in my center console. I highly doubt it. They may be. I checked all the purses that I have from, like, the last purse that I used. Maybe I left it in there. Not in there. You guys, I need to find this key. I'm gonna have to come during my lunch and check all the boxes in the garage. We have a mess in there, and I don't know what is where, because that's when most of the boxes are when David and my mother-in-law were putting everything up for the pictures, and everything was just kind of thrown in boxes and put in the garage. So I don't know, but I need to find it. But I will find it, I hope. All right. Good news, people. I found my keys. They were in the car in the center console, like I thought they were. So I double checked. It was the key to the lock system that we have, and I put it in the little box, the realtor box thing. So one thing down. Woo! But yeah, we're in selling. It's official. Our house, like I said last night, has been posted on Indeed. And it's crazy because, like, I looked at, not Indeed. What? Okay. I'm ready for the week to be over. Posted on Zillow. And, like, I see the pictures and I'm like, I want to buy my house. Like, sometimes I'm like, why are we selling the house? you know? But you know what? I don't know if I told you guys this, but for a long time, I was like, no, we're not selling the house. You know, we worked so hard for this house. It's our first house. This is a house we brought Christian home to. You know, we've been here for like 5 years. So it's hard. And I do love this house. The area, everything, it's great. And yeah, we're doing it to help us financially. But the way me and my husband see it too, we're like, yes, we were, you know, this is a great house and everything. We don't regret it or anything for sure. But we didn't get this house with God. We didn't get this house, you know, praying about this house, asking God to give us a house, asking God to direct us, you know, to a house or anything. We did it all on our own. And, you know, we didn't have but it's, I mean, it's not saying that it's our fault or anyone's fault for that matter. We're just saying we didn't do it with God. You know, we didn't have a relationship with God at that time and all that. So now if we're gonna, now that we do have a relationship with God, now that we are choosing to go down the path that God has for us, we want that to include the house. And one thing that we've always wanted to do was trying to figure out how to do my hair here, guys. We've always wanted to buy land and build a house. We've always wanted to build one of those barn dominiums. And we had bought land a long time ago in the town, 30 minutes out from where we live. And that's what we were going to do. That was the plan. We were going to build, you know, all that. I was pregnant with Christian at the time. We had contractors go out there and look. But then after a while of just thinking, you know, we were like, you know what? David's like, you're pregnant. You know, where we were at was it's a very small town, so it's very secluded. And he's like, I don't know how I feel about you driving 30 minutes every day, you know, when it's pretty dark outside. The deer are bad out there. It was a ranch area where people go specifically to hunt. During hunting season, we'd have to be careful, especially careful with the kids, you know, not really let them outside and stuff. It was just, you know, we're like, maybe that's not for us, that area. So we ended up selling it. It was beautiful though, beautiful land. And when we first got it, I mean, we were there all the time. But as things got busier and busier, you know, it lessened how often, you know, we were out there. So it was just time to sell it. And it sold really fast. But now we're like, okay. And we didn't have the patience either to build a house. We didn't have the patience to wait to find, you know, the perfect, or not the perfect, but the piece of land for us to save the money, you know, slowly build the house that we want, stuff like that. So now that's what we want to do. I didn't have any patience either, you know. That's one thing that I've worked on a lot since having God in my life, is having patience. So now that I feel like I can do that, I think that's, instead of looking for another house to buy or something, you know, and who knows, maybe God will point us in the direction of a house to buy instead that's perfect for us. But in the meantime, I think we're going to aim towards just taking our time, being patient, seeing if we come across some land, purchasing it, and then building the house that we want. And I don't want a big house. I don't need a big house. Honestly, same square footage like this, but we want a barn dominium. And so it makes it look bigger because they're more open, and then have like a loft area. So that's what we've been thinking about. But it's all in good time, on the Lord's time, and if that's the path he wants us to go. I know it's crazy to say we don't know where we're going once we sell this house, but that's how much faith we're just putting in God. And we're gonna find something, you know. It's all gonna work out. And whether it's an apartment or another house to rent in the meantime, you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna be happy, and we're gonna continue to follow God's path. It's a beautiful hot day. The boys are practicing soccer. Came to the park, soccer field, and I'm walking around. I've already got 1 mile in, guys. Extra little workout for today. Alright, you guys, so I did 3 miles at the park. Okay, no, 3. There's no way I did 30. Kason was practicing soccer. We got home at like 7. Ate just sandwiches real quick. I had a tuna sandwich. David had a meatball sub. Kason had a corn dog. Christian had hot dogs. It's just me and Kason right now. David and Christian went to go drop off some stuff at his mom's house and to pick up some stuff. I'm just drinking my tea. We're chilling. Tidying up the house a little bit because we have our first people coming tomorrow. Yeah, we just listed our house up yesterday. Barely put the sign in last night in front of our front yard, and we already have our first people coming to see our house tomorrow at 5. So I'm nervous. I'm scared. Like, oh my gosh, what if this is it? Like, I didn't think it would be this fast. But we'll see. Who knows? I mean, they're just coming to see it. So I'm just going to drink my tea, and then we're just going to chill, tidy up here and there. I'll probably do some more when I go to lunch tomorrow. And that's it. We have a lot of birthday parties this weekend. So we'll see y'all later. Hope y'all have a good day. Bye.